The bells ring. They always do. That is how the day begins. That is how it has always begun. The iron voices toll in sequence above the city. Deep and vast, their rhythm older than the names carved into the walls beneath them. You march when they ring. You endure because they ring. The world remains contained because they ring. Until one morning, it does not. At first, you think nothing of it. The bells are never perfectly aligned. Their tolls overlap, stretch, drag. Time has eroded precision. That is expected. That is accounted for. But this is different. There is a space where sound should be. A fraction of a moment, a hesitation. The sequence resumes immediately. The other bells compensate, deepening their tone, dragging their resonance longer to fill the absence. The city continues to function. And yet, something inside you tightens. You feel it in your chest, where the regulator hum has always steadied you. The rhythm stutters, not stops, just slips. Around you, others falter mid-step. Helmets turn. No one speaks. Speech is not required for recognition. The bell has not fallen silent. It has missed its mark. The priests react first. They always do. From the towers, corrective chants pour through the vox spires, layered harmonics designed to reassert balance. Incense floods the streets. Symbols ignite along the walls, glowing hotter than they should. Maintenance, containment, denial. The bells toll again. But the tone has changed. One note rings too high, too sharp. You feel it bite into you. The first failure manifests not as violence, but as excess clarity. Soldiers stop screaming when wounded. They stare instead, wide-eyed as pain arrives too cleanly, too intensely, stripped of the dampening haze that once made it survivable. Pleasure surge where it should not exist. Agony lingers, long after it should have faded. Nerves burn without relief. Some drop to their knees, laughing. Some claw at their own armor, desperate to feel less. The second failure comes as acceleration. Decay no longer waits. Wounds fester in seconds. Bodies collapse inwards, liquefying before they hit the ground. Entire trench lines sink as the earth itself gives up, rotting from below. The air thickens with sweetness, too sweet. Breathing becomes effort. The third failure is fury. Rage no longer focuses, it explodes. Units break formation without orders, tearing into anything nearby. Enemy, ally, wall, machine. Weapons are discarded in favor of hands, in favor of teeth. Blood sprays. No one notices. The priests scream commands into the box. The bells answer, out of sync. The city begins to tear itself sideways. Not collapsing, desynchronizing. You feel the truth then, clear and undeniable. The bells do not control chaos. They balance it against itself. And one balance has slipped. High above, within its tower of black stone and fused bone, the faltering bell swings. You see the crack now. Hairline, running through its body like a vein of wrongness. The metal did not fail. The load did. Too much pressure, too long contained. Too many lives fed into a system never meant to scale forever. The bells toll again. Late. The sound wobbles, warping through the air as it travels. Where it passes, reality bends, flesh twists, thought fractures. The convergence stirs. Not angrily, hungrily. This was not supposed to happen. The priests know this. Their chants grow frantic. They bleed into one another. Doctrine contradicts itself. Faith strains under the weight of emergency. The bells ring again. Wrong. You feel it before anyone else does. The pulse inside your chest, the thing that has never let you forget it was there. Spasms. Not pain, not fear. Alignment failing. Your vision blurs. For a moment you see the city the way it truly is. Not walls, not towers, not streets. Channels. Conduits. Sacrificial geometry. Ashen Reach is not holding chaos back. It is circulating it. The priests stop chanting. That is how you know it is serious. They turn towards you. Not as men, not as believers, but as operators who's just reached the end of one procedure and the beginning of another. One of them speaks your name. You don't answer. You are already remembering. Not memories. Records. Moments you were never conscious for. Hands inside you. Bones opened, reinforced. Closed again. Symbols pressed into tissue whilst you were awake enough to scream, but not enough to resist. You were never being healed. You were being prepared. The bells toll again. Late. The sound distorts, warping the air around it. Where the note passes, people buckle. Some vomit blood, others laugh uncontrollably. A section of the wall simply rots away, collapsing into sludge and screaming bodies. The convergence reacts, not violently, attentively. This is not an attack. This is a test. The priests begin moving towards the tower. Not running. They know better than to rush maintenance. One of them grips your arm, hard. You're degrading faster than expected, he says, voice flat with irritation. We'll have to seat you early. Seat? The word lands harder than any blow. You try to pull away. Your body doesn't respond. It hasn't in a long time. You feel the mechanism inside you unfold, plates shifting beneath muscle, something uncoiling along your spine. The resonance in your chest grows louder, drowning out the bells entirely. That's when you understand the final truth. There were never 4 bells. There were 5. Metal failed. Flesh does not. The tower doors open. Inside is not a chamber. It is a cavity. A vast ribbed hollow where the bell once hung. Chains sway uselessly. The fractured bell lies shattered below, still twitching, still ringing in broken, meaningless fragments. They position you beneath it. The machinery lowers you, slowly. You scream. It is ignored. Hooks bite into your armor, then through it. Then through you. Your spine locks into place with a sound you will hear forever. The resonance inside you surges, forced outward, amplified, until thought itself begins to tear. The bells ring. They realign. The city steadies. The convergence withdraws. Not disappointed, not satisfied, merely continuing. Your pain becomes rhythm. Your heartbeat becomes timing. Your voice, stretched, distorted, endless, becomes the new toll. You understand now why no one escapes Ashen Reach. It does not need prisoners. It needs components. The priests seal the chamber. Above the city, the bells ring in perfect harmony once more. And somewhere, deep inside the tower, you do not die. You are used. You finally understand why it was you. Not because you were strong, not because you were faithful, not because you were brave, because you didn't break properly. Most people do. When rage was fed into them, they burned out. When decay took hold, they dissolved. When sensation overwhelmed them, they drowned in it. When control tightened, they shattered inward. You didn't. Something in you bent instead of snapping. Your mind held contradictions without resolving them. Your body absorbed strain without cascading failure. Where others became singular, rage alone, rot alone, excess alone, you remained unfinished. That was the flaw that they needed. The bells do not require strength. They require stability under conflict. When the priests altered you, it was never for battle. The battlefield count was calibration, exposure, stress testing. Each march, each wound, each survival measured how much imbalance you could absorb before falling. You were never being trained. You were being measured. The bell did not crack because it was weak. It cracked because it was alone. Metal can only carry one resonance at a time. You can carry several. That is why, when the system faltered, the priests did not look to the towers. They looked to you. Not as a sacrifice. As a replacement component already proven to work. You were used because you were compatible. And in Ashen Reach, compatibility is the highest form of worth.